So there's this thing that K-pop has kind of moved the chains. As we say in English, there's a term, we say move the chains. It's entering into China, and people are starting to think, at least the government, let's start.
이곳은 미국 펜실베이니아 주립대. 본격적인 강의를 시작하기 전 학생들에게 오늘 강의에 대해 말씀해 주시는 샘리처드 교수님. 오늘 주제는 한국의 케이팝이 전 세계에 영향을 미치면서 그중 가장 큰 영향을 받은 중국은 어떤 변화가 있었는지에 대해 이야기합니다. 그리고 한국과 비슷하면서도 다른 중국의 대학 입시에 대해서도 말합니다.
First, I want to talk about this. What's this? How do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce? You're laughing, right? Wait till you hear this. So, how do you pronounce that?
娘炮.
Nyangpa. What? Someone say what it means. Someone say what it refers
Basically
to.
describe a male that act like a female.
A male that acts like a female. Is it derogatory?
No, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like when people are making jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of that.
So tell the class why I put you know what we're going to talk about here, right? Does anyone want to take this on, bro?
Yeah, it's like with C-pop, many of them like very skinny, makeup and dressed like a little bit like a girl, so people attack them by saying 娘炮.
So do people attack them, or there's a government? Go ahead, bro.
Basically, it's very simple. It's an insult.
What's that?
It's more like insult to
An insult.
men who dress like women. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
여자같이 꾸미는 남자를 양파오라 부른다는 중국. 그런데 여기서 중국 정부가 한술 더 뜹니다.
Okay, so the Chinese government has recently had a campaign where the government is saying, listen, all this K-pop influence, right, which is influencing C-pop, which is K-pop stars are really altering, which is pretty cool, by the way, the way we're thinking about gender and the way people are bending gender. And you look at like these guys. This is a Chinese band. What's the? This is the TF boys. Is this the TF boys? Yes. Yeah. Okay. These guys are the most popular.
Yeah, they're the most popular.
C-pop boy band. And C-pop is like, K-pop is Korean pop and C-pop is Chinese pop. So the idea is that K-pop stars, the young men and women, but really the young men, are pushing the boundaries of gender. So it's like, which is really fascinating that they're, and pushing the boundaries, meaning that, hey, we're going to go from this male masculinity macho stuff, and we're going to just take a trip over here toward what would be identified as more feminine. And not only are we going to do that, but we're going to do it in a way that we're awesome artists and we're awesome stars, and people all over Korea, all over China, all over Asia are going to think we're amazing, right? And we're these sex symbols, right? Sex symbols, right? So let me ask the two of you, what do women in China think about these guys?
K-팝 영향을 받은 그룹은 중국 정부가 나서서 규제하는 것인데요. 하지만 아이돌, 주 소비층인 여학생들은 이렇게 생각합니다.
Actually, they're very popular among young girls.
Younger girls?
And also, like, for adults, like 30 to 40 years old women, they all like them, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are really popular among, like, all different ages, actually.
Uh-huh.
And the government likes them, actually.
But the government has put out now this campaign about the neo-pop, about saying that, listen, this is not a movement, a cultural movement that we want to tolerate, right? So we're not going to invest, we're going to stop investing resources in these neo-pop boys or groups or whatever, right? And has that slowed down support for them at all? Is that, you know what I mean?
I think it's not about like gender stuff. It's more like money washing. So
about what?
people wash money in this kind of things.
Okay. Is it also about like the themes of their songs? That the themes are really about making money and power and this sort of thing?
No. It's just about some rich people. They want to watch their monies.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
놀라운 이야기를 꺼낸 중국 학생들.
So that's so fascinating because by the time it lands here, what we read about in the media here is often really different than what actually happens on the ground. It's like what you all read about what did you hear about guns in America, right? That people think you were going to come over here and get shot? Yeah. What did they say?
They said it's very dangerous.
Yeah. So if you come to Penn State, you're going to get killed if you go into a
Like before I like came to US this semester, my parents actually wanna like stop me from like going here to continue my study because they think like the pandemic here is still very like serious. Because like the media like in China is like portraying like differently, but also like when I back to China last year, like the media here in US also portrayed differently. Like China is very like have serious pandemic, when like the pandemic in China is actually pretty much over, like last year.
이 학생은 미국과 중국 언론의 상반된 보도 중 중국 언론의 말을 선택했나요? 그리고 다시 연예계 이야기로 돌아갑니다.
So these bands here. So is this Jay Chou guy? He's popular, right? Is he popular with everybody? The reason I want to talk about these is because I just want to give you kind of a sense of this. Like when you say popular, like when we say popular, what do we mean by that?
It means everyone in China knows them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like
So-
TF Boys is very, very popular. Almost everyone knows them.
So this, how do you say
Jay Chou.
the one on the left?
GEM.
G-E-M, you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
So
Deng Ziqi.
what's the equivalent here in the United States for her?
고민하는가 싶더니 예상치 못한 이름이 나오는데요.
Ariana Grande. If I said her name right.
Yeah, Ariana Grande.
세계적으로 유명한 가수의 이름에 술렁거리는 미국 학생들. 그러나 중국 학생의 반응은 달랐습니다.
Yeah, it's similar.
Everybody knows who she
Everybody
is.
knows her.
Or Beyonce.
Yeah.
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 Huh. Okay. And is this guy Jay Chou, is he a sex symbol?
No.
Not really. Well, maybe not for you, bro. Are you straight?
Sorry.
All right, so listen, man. I want to talk about it. So there's this thing that K-pop has kind of moved the chains. As we say in English, there's a term. We say move the chains on the way we think about gender. K-pop has done that. It's entering into China, and people are starting to think, at least the government, people are starting to think about it differently in some way. Gender, but also there are other things associated with it. Okay, here's another one.
케이팝의 선한 영향력에 대해 설명하던 교수님은 갑자기 중국 학생에게 잘하는 게 있냐고 질문하는데요.
Playing guzheng is a kind of Chinese traditional instrument.
Uh-huh.
When I was 4 years old, and I keep on learning and practicing guzheng for 11 years.
Wait, hang on. Let me ask you this question. Are you any good?
Sorry?
Are you any good?
Yeah, I enjoy playing it.
No. Are you any good at it?
Yeah, I'm very good at it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No,
Yeah, of
do you know-
course.
Do you know why? Do you know why I asked that though?
Uh-huh.
Because East Asians often, like, it would be common for me to. She plays this for 11 years, and I say, "Are you any good?" And you would say, no, I'm not really that good. That would be often a response. But
Yeah, of course.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you
good
know
at it.
that, right?
예상과 다른 대답에 약간 당황한 듯한 교수님. 알아차린 학생이 수습해보지만 이미 틀린 듯하네요.
Okay, next one.
다른 이야기로 넘어갑니다.
So, countries with the most students who study abroad. China is number one, right? So the question I have for you all is like, what do you get out of coming here to the U.S.?
가장 유학을 많이 떠나는 나라 순위에서 큰 격차로 1위를 한 중국. 우리 한국은 4위였는데요. 중국이 유난히 유학을 많이 떠나는 이유는 따로 있었습니다. 사회적 분위기와 연관이 있었던 것인데요.
So back in China, like if you were in college in China, there's many more people who are competing with you.
No, not college. It's about high school.
High school.
Yeah.
Oh, entrance exam to high school. Can you say something about the entrance exam?
Well, actually, we have a word for this kind of situation. We call it 内卷. So it's like because we have too many like people in China, the population is very, very huge, and like I was born in 2000, and actually in 2000 year there's like really a lot of like child born in 2000 years. So we enter into the school at the same year, and at that time we have like the high school test, which is you take that test to get access to the college. And in China we have different levels of college, which is we call it 一本、二本 and 大专. You know, it's different levels. So if you like get into a 一本 level, that's the best one. But for that level, we also have different levels, which is 985 and 211. It's so like 985 is the best one, but it's really hard to get into that kind of level. And even though you get into that kind of level, you still need to take the graduate degree or the master degree or something like that, because we have too many people are competing together. You know, like you spend your whole life, like more than 20 years on studying, and when you like go to work, maybe you only get like 5,000 RMB. That's like $1,300 a month. That's not even you can use it to live, actually. You know what I mean?
So you spend your whole life learning algebra when you're 5 years old, and you get there and you end up making $1,300 a month after jumping through all the hoops. But is coming to the U.S. then? Is it harder to get to the U.S. or is it easier to get? Is it easier to get to the U.S. than to go to the best universities in China?
Yes.
Wait, hang on.
너무나 당연하다는 듯 대답하는 중국 학생. 중국에서 상위권 대학을 가기 위해 준비해야 하는 것과 해외 유학 가기 위해 준비해야 하는 것은 이런 차이가 있다는데요.
If we want to get to the best university in China, we need to prepare maybe 6 courses and have a test. But if we want to come to America and improve our education, we just need to learn English.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Dude. Wait, hang on. So that means that all the Chinese students that come here are slackers, right? And you learn English and you have to have money to pay for it because it's really expensive to pay for, like Penn State for you all is a lot of money, right? And so, but the key is it's so much easier. So this is what you were saying, bro. Like the pressure in China is just so intense to continue going to the best possible universities. So here's a question though. When you return to China with a Penn State degree, how does that compare to a degree from a really good university in China?
I believe that because I'm a senior right now, so I have to choose if I'm going to grad school or I'm going back to China to apply for a job. So I know this a little bit better because my father tried to ask his friends like what kind of PSU degree is equivalent to. So according to the the world ranking, Penn State is mostly equivalent to top 10 universities in China.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So however, my father mentioned that because you are already being in United States, the environment and the kind of solution, problems and all the things that you have met. The biggest issue is that when you get back to China and then you are going to fit in their Chinese environment, working placement environments, it might be a problem with that. So that is
right.
some
So
companies' concerns.
I got you. Okay. All right. So Penn State equivalent to like one of the top, like a top 10 university in China, and the fact that you are here. Do Chinese people see that? Do they see you as like spoiled? Like, okay, hang on. I'm going to do it. Do Chinese people often they tend to see you as like spoiled kids? Because I hear this a lot. You know, you're like, you know, you went off to the U.S. and you partied here. Like, what'd you do at Penn State? You partied, right? Like for 4 years. You didn't do shit, you partied. And then you go back to China and you're the spoiled Chinese kids who studied abroad. Is that a narrative that you all hear?
해외 유학은 영어만 공부하면 된다 답했었는데요.
It's common to be called a spoiled student, but you know, actually these names are usually used for students in bad school, like the community college. You know?
All right. Okay.
It's not used for like students
Like
in,
not like
in
Penn
a good
State.
school. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But that's not an uncommon narrative. Hey, by the way, so here a lot of Penn State students, a lot of people here in town think that all the Chinese students like are just so rich because you know people are driving around in like Maseratis and shit like that, right? Do any of you guys have like Ferraris and Maseratis and stuff? Range Rovers? Dude, what kind of car do you drive? I'm just asking. Do you have a boyfriend? Are you straight?
Yes, I'm straight.
You're straight? All right. Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
Oh, all right. Well, forget it. What kind of car do you drive?
의미심장한 미소를 띠는데요.
A Cayenne,
Wait, what do you drive?
a Porsche Cayenne.
A Porsche? Wait, so you are one of those spoiled rich kids.
Not really.
Dude, hang on a second. Hold on. Can you get a shot of his, come here a second. Can you get a shot of his shoes? Do you get those? Dude, all right. What kind of shoes are those, bro? No, hang on. Can you, what kind of shoes are those?
That's Golden Goose. GGDB.
How much are they?
It's like
꽤 긴장돼 보이는 학생의 발.
no, it's $350.
Dude.
500.
Dude, I'm trying, bro. All right, $500.
$500.
All right, dude. I totally put you on the spot, my friend. All right. So, what do you have to say for yourself, my friend?
Not much.
By the way, I have his phone number if anybody wants it, right? There are a lot of people looking for a husband or boyfriend or something. Yeah. All right. Bro, what kind of car do you drive?
I don't drive a car.
He doesn't drive a car? Or you have a private jet or something?
My friend for a long time, so he drives me to square.
Oh, he drives you everywhere you want to go? All right.
Like sometimes even.
Dude, can I drive your car sometime?
Yes, yes.
I could? Yes. Dude, I've been dying to drive. Okay, awesome, man. So this idea of, dude, are you okay? Do you don't hate me or anything? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So I have another question. Well, hang on. Does anybody who has a question that they want to ask?
이번엔 앉아있는 학생들이 질문하는 시간을 갖는데요.
I was wondering what you drive, your car.
What do I drive, dude?
Just curious, not like trying to put you on the spot.
No, it's all right. I drive a 2011 Ford. I got it from my mother-in-law. Before that, I drove a 1997. I got it used. I only got it a year ago. No, I don't. But I'm going to be driving a Porsche here soon enough. Anybody else? Anybody have a question they want to ask? About China. Yo, hang on, man.
손을 든 학생.
Bro, you are on, man. It's on, yeah.
So you mentioned a lot of the like national ID card swipe access you need in buildings, like in the cities and whatnot. Is that also true for like rural areas as well? Do people need that there?
Dude, good question. Yeah. Yeah, like in rural areas where
Everyone in China have their own identity card, which is called national ID card. Yeah.
But how often do they use it in like rural areas? Are there checkpoint? Here, he's got.
So in like rural area, like countryside, like each countryside, they only like have four or five entrance. So the leader of the village or something, they will put actual like big stones to stop from car going out and coming in. They will check like your QR code and stuff. Yeah.
So the code is, it's actually a QR code on
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Yep, go ahead.
I also wanted to ask about like kind of how you go through the education system in China. You mentioned community colleges, and like anyone can go to a community college. You know, you don't need to have.
Go ahead, bro.
You don't need to have like any academic credentials to go, but you know, for someone who like has poor academics in the past, they can go to a community college, do really well, and then go to a great university to like finish off their education. I went to community college and I loved it, and I'm here now and things are going well. But I was wondering, like, how does the exam system work in China? Like, is there, if you don't do so well, like on the first go round, maybe in high school, do you have a second chance where you could maybe go to a good university later?
Like if you don't graduate high school, could you go right to college?
I think you don't have to graduate high school. You just need a score, but the test only given once a year. You can like retake it next year. Many people will like retake them and go to like senior year. Yeah.
So okay, so the key is the test.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Yeah. Okay, one final question, man.
마지막 질문을 받습니다.
So I was wondering, I've seen a lot in East Asian cultures where like even before COVID, like masking was like pretty common. So like what's kind of like the protocol with that? Like is it like if you have like the flu or like a cold, do you just say like, oh, I'm gonna put a mask on to protect others, or like what's the protocol there?
I mean, like you mentioned, like before COVID, somebody wore a mask in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my students here, like.
Yeah. So
often
basically,
wear masks.
it's basically what we have discussed. It's kind of like the greater good. So I don't want to spread virus to everybody else, because I have flu. For example, I have flu, and then there is no need for me to actually spread this out to the whole class. Yeah. So that's why they wear a mask before the pandemic also.
So
And
what?
also,
So what about also like pollution and different things, right? Is
The
that
what?
an issue? Pollution?
Oh yeah,
Air?
the pollution. Yeah, some like 2 years before it was.
Yo, hang on. Hey, dudes.
Huge topic.
Dudes, I think we have 1 minute left. All right. So like, I get it. 1 minute.
Yeah, it was a largely discussed topic. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Huh. Yeah. I mean, it's a huge thing. All right. So listen, man. Hey, y'all. Thanks for talking.
오늘 강의는 한국의 케이팝이 전 세계에 영향을 미치면서 가까이에서 가장 큰 영향을 받은 중국은 어떤 변화가 있었는지, 그리고 중국의 대학 입시에 대한 이야기였습니다. 중국의 상황은 몇 해 전 한국의 상황과 비슷한 부분도 많았고 전혀 다른 모습도 많이 보였습니다. 특히 우리 한국도 대학 입시 제도나 경쟁에 많은 어려움을 겪곤 하는데요. 중국은 인구가 훨씬 많은 만큼 시험으로 나눠야 하는 것이 더 많은 것 같았습니다. 그 결과로 해마다 엄청난 유학생들이 생겨나고 있었던 것이죠. 그리고 한국의 케이팝이 얼마나 큰 영향력을 미쳤기에 중국 정부에서 케이팝 따라하는 걸 규제하는 것인지 새삼 놀랐던 부분이었습니다. 오늘은 중국 학생들에게 질문하는 시간이었는데요. 오히려 한국이 얼마나 앞서고 있는지 다시 깨닫게 하는 강의였던 것 같습니다. 오늘 강의는 여기까지입니다. 시청해 주셔서 정말 감사합니다. 강의를 해주신 샘리처드 교수님 감사합니다.